What's up YouTube, DwkVideos. I make military content, put it on the internet for you. If you want to follow my social media, it is in the links down below. I would highly suggest favoriting this video so after you get your results from MEPS, you can see if you qualify for this job with your line scores, right? Today we're going to be talking about AC, Air Traffic Controller. Now, some of you know this, but I was actually offered AC while I was in the dep pool. I was offered like 3 jobs while I was in the dep pool, and they wanted me to leave early, essentially. I ended up signing corpsman, best thing I ever did. But I was offered AC at one time, and when I first looked up AC, the first thing I saw was like the highest suicide rate out of every job was AC, apparently. Or at least when I joined. So it kind of steered me away, but don't let that statistic steer you away from this review. So, air traffic control is a tough career field to break into for good reasons. Aviation and aerospace, there's around 7,000 aircraft in the air above the US at any given time, and it's vitally important for the monitoring of these aircraft to prevent terrorist attacks. Also, being aviation in the Navy makes it look a lot better when you're on the civilian side if you do want to do this on the civilian side. Duties and responsibility of an AC. Navy's AC man control towers at a variety of naval station facilities. So if you guys ever see it, like I actually work on a Marine Corps aviation base, and there's this huge like control tower that kind of looks like a prism around, right? Now that's where they're pretty much setting up, sitting and watching, telling people when to go, telling people when to land, and just knowing where each plane is at any given time. Including US stations, expeditionary airfields, and war zones, and those magnificent floating cities, aircraft carriers. In each case, the AC safely and effectively directs aircraft, controls the movement of aircraft and vehicles on the airway, taxiways, and issues flight instructions to pilots by radio. According to Navy Credentialing Opportunities online Cool, if you guys know what Cool is, I know a lot of you are corpsmen, so I'm referencing the corpsman a lot, but Cool is how I got my like phlebotomy cert, right? So it takes the job that you're in the military and it credentials you for like the actual civilian world. See, now I sound like I'm bragging. I got my phlebotomy. In addition to scanning the skies with friend or foe identification radar, Navy air traffic controllers help pilots pilot their flight plans and carefully map and track aircraft routes to avoid any collisions. They also act as pilots' eyes on ground, managing takeoffs, holding patterns, and landings with clear guidance by radio, especially crucial in the carrier landings when one false move means you're in the drink. So I haven't seen the requirements yet, we're about to dive into that, but let me just go off the description. I'm gonna assume you need normal color vision and normal hearing and normal eyesight. That's just a guess, because you can seriously like kill a lot of people if you're bad at this. Military requirements. Hopefuls must be high school graduates, obviously over the age of 18, and take the ASVAB with a minimum score of 210 from scores in the general science, arithmetic, reasoning, and doubled mathematics knowledge score. So like I was saying, it doesn't matter what your total ASVAB is, it matters about line scores, and you'll get those line scores from your recruiters after MEPS. So if you're watching this video, I highly suggest, 1, leaving a like, thanks, and also favoriting it so you can go back to it and see if your line scores add up. A flight physical, so you have your regular flight physical, then you have short forms every year, and then every 5 years you have your long form. Normal hearing, normal color perception, and vision correctable to 20/20 are also necessary. 2 very important qualifications for Navy air traffic controllers are very clear verbal communication and trustworthiness. Like many high-profile jobs in the military, AC must qualify for a secret security clearance, and since there's no time during a hot landing for a few rounds of sorry, could you say that again? All ACs must pass a read aloud test to confirm the ability to speak English loud and clear. Due to the training and investment involved, first-term air traffic controllers must be enlisted for at least 5 years. You see this often with Navy contracts. I had to sign a 5-year. Education, air traffic controller course for the Navy and Marine Corps conducted at Pensacola's Naval Air Station. Consists of about 5 months of intensive academic instruction and simulation that gets students up to speed on Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, controller standards, as well as military-specific skills. Following a hard-earned graduation from A school, you'll then do on-the-job training as of every job in the military at your first duty station. This is cool because a lot of things don't do the funding off the bat, but upon application, ACs may receive Navy funding to pay for certification for the FAA as air traffic control tower operators and aircraft dispatchers. The GI Bill may also be used to receive certifications from the American Board or Certification in Homeland Security and the American Association of Airport Executives. So, Cool credentialing for the outside. It's gonna help you out. Aviation is always a good field. It's gonna be stressful, man, because you're gonna be looking at radars and towering things, and if you mess up, people could die, and what I was reading is that's where the suicide statistic comes from. So, I mean, if you're cool under pressure, this job might be for you. I hope you like the video. Stay tuned for all the Navy jobs if you want to see them. They're on my channel, DwkVideos. See you in the next Navy jobs.